What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having a great day. So I haven't really talked about it a lot yet on this channel, but I am a big investor. I'm big into investing. I've spent a lot of time studying it, learning about it, the different asset classes, how to invest, the history of it, etc. Because I have quickly realized that now and moving forward through my life as I get older, as time continues to pass, investing your money, putting it in places that store the value and help it to grow over the course of your life and over the course of time is the only true way to protect yourself in the modern world. I have talked multiple times about how your money is simply a physical representation of your time. We trade our time in different ways for money, whether that's running your own business, whether it's being a content creator, whether it's working a job and punching the clock, whatever it may be, that all takes time, and we are trading that time for our dollars. And you have to protect those dollars, especially today with inflation, with money printing, with the cost of living seeming to go up at an almost exponential rate. The cost of everything has gone up significantly over the last several years, faster than it has throughout most times in history. However, as most people have struggled, there are a small group of people that have benefited, as there usually are. Those people are investors. Those people are the ones that hold assets. Now, you have your everyday person, your mom and pop, your typical working class individual that has a home. They have a mortgage. That is most people's biggest investment, is their house. And I'm not here to say in this video, I'm not here to talk about housing. I'm not here to say whether it's good or bad. That's a whole nother topic and discussion for a whole nother day. But that is what most people's number one investment is throughout their life, is their residence, is their housing. And it's their most expensive expense as well. But there are many other types of investing. Some people, they have a 401k, they have a Roth IRA, they have other retirement accounts. Most of the time, those accounts are typically just invested in the stock market or the bond market or both. And those are also very big avenues of investing. However, most people in the world, and even in the United States today, most people do not have stocks. And if they do, they don't have very much. They may have some on a place like Robinhood in a brokerage account. They may hold a few $100s of companies like Tesla, Google, Facebook, or Meta, I guess, the Magnificent Seven. But very little do they hold in terms of diversification in the stock market. They don't know anything about things like the S&P 500. They don't know the different asset classes. They couldn't even tell you what an ETF is. And those are all things that I've spent time studying. And those are very good. Don't get me wrong. I invest in the stock market as well. I have a 401k. Most of it is in the stock market, as do most people. But today, I'm here to talk about something that most people today do not know. They do not understand. And that is cryptocurrency. Now, I am 27. I'm in my late 20s now. And I will tell you, the majority of my wealth is currently being held and is in cryptocurrency. That is not true for most people. I have spent years now studying the market, going through the ups and downs. I've been down a lot over the time. I'm currently up significantly, and that's not a flex. I'm not here to brag when I say that. I'm simply telling you that has come from years of patience, studying, and consistency. And I was fortunate enough and blessed enough to be able to buy the previous bottom of the market in a handful of projects. And I'm here to tell you that the rules of investing are changing. The game is the same. The game is to outpace inflation, to protect your wealth, to protect your money, and hopefully grow your money to even beat inflation and increase your wealth. I currently am, increasing my net worth. I have a positive net worth. Most people my age don't have a positive net worth, and if they do, it's barely positive. I am not rich, I'm not wealthy, but I am doing quite well compared to most people my age and in my age group. And that is mainly I attribute to my consistency, my dedication to learning about investing, but most importantly, my willingness to take risks and think outside the box. If you play the game the way that most people do, you're going to get the same results that most people get. If you think putting a couple $100 a month or a paycheck or even a month into your retirement account, sticking it in a basic index fund and letting it sit there for 30 years, if you think that is going to make you rich, you are sorely mistaken. It may give you a chunk of money when you get to retirement age. How much it will be, nobody knows. Will it be able to cover your retirement? Nobody really knows. We are still in the 401k experiment. We're starting to see the beginning results of that, right? The majority of the boomers are retired or will be retired by the end of this decade if they can. However, in America and in the West, but specifically in America, we are in a retirement crisis, and it is going to continue to get worse. By, I believe, 2030, the age group of 65-year-olds and older will make up about 37% of the U.S. population. That is over a third of the country is going to be of retirement age. We have never seen that in the history of mankind, and most people have not prepared for that. They have not saved their money, they have not invested their money, and they have not created a plan for what they are going to do when they get to that point in their life. And I'm sitting here to tell you, if you have not thought of that, you need to. Because retirement is a very modern concept, and most people are not prepared for it. Most people do not prepare for it, and they simply do what the person next to them at their job, or they do what their brother or their cousin or their neighbor is doing. They don't know anything about what they're doing. They don't know the specifics of it. I mean, a lot of my coworkers, I work with several people who, quite a few people, as most of us do. A lot of my coworkers have never even checked their 401k account. They've been working this career for a decade plus, and they don't even know how much money they have saved towards their retirement. And that's their main retirement savings. They're not saving on the side. They're not investing in a brokerage account. They're not investing in other assets. They have their house. They have their mortgage, if they have that, and then they have their 401k, and most of them haven't even logged on to even see how much money is in there. They don't even know how much money that they're aiming at to retire. And what's sad is now, with the way that the money printing is going, with the way that the stock market and most assets are at near record highs, if not at record all-time highs. And people are, if they're investing at all, they're investing in assets that are extremely overvalued. And they're expecting that money to be there for them when they retire and to provide for them. And that's why I'm here to tell you the rules to the game has changed. The game is the same. You need to store your wealth in assets that will appreciate, but the rules have changed. And the old rules of simply buying and holding and stashing your money in an index fund in the stock market is not going to get you the results that you want. Should you do it? Yes, I think people should be diversified, but you must educate yourself on new asset classes. You must educate yourself on different asset classes, and you must educate yourself on how to manage your money and your wealth if you want to be taken care of. With social Social Security estimated to go insolvent at most within the next 10 years, there are going to be a lot of people that are not going to be retired within 10 years, so you still have time. The people that are retired currently, do they have a plan when their Social Security checks get cut? Most of them do not. They're completely reliant on that money. So you need to take control of your financial life so that you can take control of your future. And the number one way to do that is investing, but not just blindly, investing with intention. Because I am living proof, and I'm here to tell you today, if you take the time, you educate yourself, and you stay consistent, there are still countless opportunities out there to not only secure, maintain, but also grow your wealth. But that is on you. Don't hate the player, hate the game. The game hasn't changed, but the rules have. Are you up to date? Are you staying on top of them? And are you playing to win? Only you know that answer. That being said, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're dropping multiple videos each and every week. And until next time, I hope you all have had a great day, and I hope you all stay blessed.